should we do our speak pipes? We got a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, coming right out of the thing.
And none of them are bad dad jokes. So
holy crap! Well, we have a plethora of demure speak pipes.
Okay. All right. So these first three are going to be from Cousin Mike.
Hey, it's Cousin Mike. Calling in. I am not dead. Just
well, that's good.
Lots of stuff going on. Getting ready to buy my first house.
Do you think that's how he leaves every voicemail that he has ever left? Hey, it's Cousin Mike.
Oh, that's
right. I'm not dead.
If I get your voicemail from now, Phil, I'll be like, my brother Christ, I am not dead at this time. Please call me back.
I will be so angry to have to go and delete that.
I'm going to call you 5 times on the plane tomorrow morning. So you come back and find all that.
Oh my God. I will kick your mirrors off your car. I don't care that it is not your car.
Oh man.
My sister in the Lord.
All 3 of my suitcases are 50 pounds exactly. I will throw one up so when you go to catch it and hit the other one right in your stomach.
All right, get back to the.
Go back to Mike.
Hey, it's Cousin Mike.
It doesn't let me pause and just
calling
restart.
in.
So
I am not dead.
Play from the beginning.
Just lots of stuff going on. Getting ready to buy my first house. Close next Tuesday. Today's the 24th. It's a Saturday, and I was just kind of getting some things together for that. And I was listening to the podcast. Thought I'd call in. The house it was built in the 70s, and they found asbestos, so we have to get that removed because I'm not living there with that
it's like
possible
baby.
threat living over my head. And we're also replacing the carpets. We're painting the walls. We're doing stuff because we don't have to move in right away. We live with my parents, and that's the only way we were able to save up and afford this. But what other updates would you guys look at? I've had a home inspector, so they've tested everything, and everything's fine. The only possible thing is the AC unit, but that's covered by the HOA for the place we're buying.
What?
So, what other updates, things I should look at, consider, since I'm a first-time home buyer, this is all new, and most people are giving me lots of crazy recommendations that I don't think I need to do, so I wanted to ask people I don't know personally, but kind of know. Anyways, have a good one.
Okay, real quick. Were y'all talking about home ownership and upgrades? Are we sure this voicemail was meant for us and not somebody who's actually related to him?
Nah, don't know. He's not dead. That's what we know.
Oh,
Speaking of not dead, Kurt?
Hello, boys.
Hour and a half in, we got Kurt.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to make it at all, and I have a few minutes. So I just
nice to see you. Cool. Back to you, sir.
Nice. I would expect no less.
Good.
I just wanted to pop in and say I'm gonna miss you guys terribly. Have fun at Dragon Con and come back with lots of stories.
Well, here's my question for you now that we have you, Mike.
I wish I could say the same.
Mike, we are professional home people, so we'll get back to your question. How much of an update do you want?
Mike.
Do you want to go no anything during con because you'll be sulking into your
No, I want it all.
Michelob Ultra Light.
I want it all. I want it all. So here's the other thing. Because my surgery doesn't actually happen until next Wednesday. I technically could have gone to Dragon Con, but the problem is going to Dragon Con and not catching something that would prevent my surgery from actually happening is little to no chance of that happening.
That wasn't the question. The question was, how sad are you?
No, the question was, what else should he get his home looked at for the inspection?
That's true.
Yeah, if you had a house from the 70s, what would you look for to update?
Shag carpeting.
Yep.
Yeah, I will
Just
say.
take it off the carpet and plaster it on the walls. Have shag wallpaper.
Yep.
Great for cats. They
Yeah.
love that.
Perfect soundproofing. It works. I will say the one thing that we did when we remodeled the house we're in, it was an older house, probably in the 70s as well. It had this little separation wall between the entryway, if you will, which should have been the living room entryway, which is tiny, to the kitchen. We took the wall out, which made it a big open space. And in return, my wife put in cabinets and lower cabinet, floor cabinets and elevated cabinets that turned the floor cabinets into a bar, so that everybody was at my house last year for the after party. You saw that it just becomes this buffet instantly, and that has been like the most genius thing that she's ever thought of in a house. I think that not just taking down the wall for space, but putting up just all the extra storage space, but making it where you can serve if you're that kind of person. If not, it just really makes for good place to put your stuff. But how's the HOA covering your AC unit? That bothers me. I don't want anybody paying for anything in my house, because that can backfire.
It does seem weird. I would like to know the specifics of that as well. Because,
Didn't we already have an HOA discussion?
We did. He brought it up into that phone call.
I have never heard of an HOA paying for your air conditioning unit.
Yeah, I don't deal with HOAs because they're just crime syndicates. But the thing is, it makes me also think like, okay, they're going to pay for it. So then who owns it? Does the HOA own that, or do you own that? So if it's not in stone already that they're paying for that,
Comrade, we own that.
Yeah. The things that I would look at that people aren't talking about, though, I would check how old your hot water heater is. They normally last between 10 to 12 years, and they won't give you any sign that they're going to go until they go. And they rust out from the inside, and then it blows out by the bottom. I would also do the
roof.
Sounds like Phil.
Yeah, you jumped on it.
Excuse me, boys. I'm on as of today, I'm on new Crohn's medicine. So joke's on you. I have. Okay. Another thing that I would do is
commit to the bit, Phil. Commit to the bit.
It's a family show.
He's good to go, like a Crunchwrap Supreme.
His chocolate starfish will not puke.
It's a family show, Charles. Come on.
That was way worse than I was going to say. Go ahead.
Take a thing of incense or a candle that's been blown out and put it around your doors and windows to see if there's any draft coming in or out. If you can't afford to place your doors and windows, some weather stripping should take care of that real easily. But that's where you're going to have a lot of your energy loss is your house trying to cool or heat up with it going right out the windows. Because like our fathers always said, you weren't raised in a barn, so keep those windows and doors closed. Also, if you are heating or cooling houses, keep the doors closed for the rooms that you're not using so that room will heat up and the air conditioner or the heater will stop so it doesn't continuously try to just pump cold or hot air through the house. There's a lot more, but those are kind of things that nobody talks about.
Well, I was actually going to talk about again.
And check your water meter and then check it again, because if you do have a leak in a toilet or in a faucet, it won't show up until you get the bill. But if you track your water meter for at least a couple weeks, you'll be able to see exactly how much water you're using. And then if there is a problem, then you can start putting dyes in toilets and other things around the house to see where the leak is actually coming from.
I was going to talk about the doors and the windows, because that is a big thing. When my wife's mother passed away, she got a little bit of inheritance. And even though we were renting the house, we dropped, I don't know how many grand on replacing, because the wooden door, you can see cracks in it. You can see sunlight through the front main door in the cracks. And sure enough, I mean, we saw our bills go significantly down. We didn't do windows there, but we did all the doors and even that. And we replaced the flooring. And that helped. We had a full basement in that house. And that's the other thing. If you have a basement, just make sure you put some kind of insulation in between. Because most time in a basement, it's like my studio here. It's open to the rafters, which then supports the subfloor, in the house. But if you put just a little bit of insulation there, it'll help a lot. The other thing I'd add to it is I saved a ton of money by locking my kids out and my wife out of an electronic
Out of the house.
smart.
Just
Yeah,
lock them out of the house.
Yeah, but I
Save
got a
lots of
smart.
money.
I got one of the smart thermostats, right? And I programmed it and put a password on it, and that, especially
That
if
is
you have
the
an eco
ultimate
mode,
dad mode.
It
Like
really
that
was.
is dad move. The primo, man. That's great.
It was
They
just like,
touched the
dang.
thermostat? How dare they?
I mean, it's money. And that's the thing. You pointed towards a window, but you got a window unit in the window next to you, Phil.
Yeah.
That is key. Those things are way more efficient than central heating
It's
and
great.
air.
It's great. And I don't
yeah.
run it all the time, right? I'll run it about 20 minutes before I get in here. And then in the winter, I take them out, secure them, store them away.
I'm too lazy. I don't take it out in the winter.
Well, I do, man. Your house.
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
get
okay,
as
y'all
cold
snowing. So yeah.
My house was built in 1900, so it's a lot older than a lot of the houses that were built in Georgia during the Reconstruction.
Hey, baby, sometimes you gotta break an egg to
So
make an
nice, you had to rebuild it twice. Atlanta, Georgia.
omelet. Any thoughts, Carter Joe?
Don't air condition with the window open.
Okay, thank you, Kurt. Go back to sniffing babies. So one thing I recommend, depending on your height, if you're tall enough to where it's comfortable, I don't know what they're officially called at like Lowe's, but the handicap toilets, the larger elevated toilets, those do so much better on your body over the years and your health of how your body processes things over the years. And the fact that you may be in this house the rest of your life. So think about doorways and hallways for stretchers, because most people don't think about that. But being a paramedic for 30 years, I look at every doorway and hallway that I go into when I'm looking to get a house.
Well, you wouldn't fit inside this house, big guy.
Probably not.
Also, here's a real quick tip. A lot of people don't think about this. I would either replace or at least blow out the dryer vent that's connected to the dryer outside. It's real easy to do, but a lot of house fires will start there because of the clog up from the actual lint from the dryer. And also, YouTube is your friend, man. You're going to have to learn to fix all this by yourself because ain't nobody going to help you do it. And it's going to be a heck of a lot cheaper if you do it yourself. I fixed a lot of this stuff here just by watching YouTube tutorials and trying to teach myself. And everyone's going to be bad at first, but you just keep at it and just keep replacing it, man, and you'll be fine. My
highest recommendation is get yourself a Hue. Hugh comes down and he has a knack. And I got him to install an attic fan for me. I've gotten to rewire light switches. Find a Hue and they'll do it for you for free. It's amazing.
Now you just need Hugh to take care of your Wi-Fi and you'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's not his expertise. And sand, boy. Stop throwing sand. Play the next speak pipe.
Hi, Kurt.
All right. Well, here's the second one from Cousin Mike.
I'm going to text you a lot.
Hey, guys. Brother. It's Cousin Mike here. So
Who?
I've got 3 anime recommendations for all of y'all's. I don't know if any of you have seen them. But the first one is your boy Kong Ming, which is
That's a good one.
The historical figure Kong Ming in Asian history, has been transported to the present day Japan and meets a singer and decides to help her become the most successful singer in the world. Super great show. Love it. Music's fantastic. The second anime I would recommend, it is an ongoing one. The most recent season just finished and the next season is starting production. And it is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And it is fantastic. It has a bunch of musical references in the names of characters and abilities and stuff, and it's so great. And the last one is a little darker and more adult themed, but not like sexual. It's more mature, I guess is the correct word. And it's called Monster. And you follow a doctor, his name is Tenma, and instead of saving the life of the president, he saves the life of a little boy shot in the head. And pays dearly for that, and then that boy then turns out to be a monster, and now Dr. Tenma feels responsible and chases him down. Anyways, this is Cousin Mike's anime recommendations. See ya.
So I thought JoJo's Bizarre Circus was just the last video JoJo Siwa released.
JoJo's
And
Bizarre
with that, I
Adventure.
gotta leave.
Weird. me
Kurt's like, we're
too.
talking about anime. Bye.
Bye. Seriously, have a great time this week, and I can't wait to hear the stories.
I'll call you tomorrow.
All right, cool. See you.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too.
All right.
Let's play the next one.
And now for a third one from Cousin Mike.
Cousin Mike's got a lot of time on
I am calling in because in, I think, the pre-show, you guys were talking about conspiracy theories. And I love conspiracy theories. And
Patron.
I get branded a conspiracy theorist because I do believe in some of them. My favorite one is, well, my favorite conspiracy theory that you can actually prove is real is that the government
Kurt actually
misplaced
cares?
billions of dollars, and then the next day 9/11 happened. Just gonna throw that one out there. That one's interesting because there's all the documents to kind of prove that was like just reported, and then the next day 9/11 happened, and now it's swept under the rug. But yeah, my other favorite conspiracy theory that actually the majority of people actually believe is that everything's going to be fine. Yep, that's my all-time like up there one is that people
don't look
believe
up.
everything's just going to be fine.
Don't look up. Yep. No, that's that flowed right into my
Anyway,
conspiracy theory.
take care.
What a weird break. I thought he was just done.
No, he's like as a dramatic pause. By the
Yeah.
way, I'm still not dead. This is Mike.
I got a house now. It's not dead either. So, all right. Next one, Joe.
All right. This one is from Devo.
Sitting here waiting for my chicken. Every Tuesday, they have a special here.
It's him.
8-piece dark chicken, thighs, legs for $10. I have to buy 2 buckets for my children because they are voracious beasts. And if 1 bucket won't do them, 2 barely does. And if I ask to have a piece, they look at me like I am starving them. They really do love the KFC chicken. It is pretty good, I must admit. Although I do like Popeye's chicken too. But I digress. I better go in there and get it before my children start calling me, wondering where their food is.
I mean, it's still Publix chicken. But also, you can tell how white Devo is. Because if you were raised in a black household like I was, Daddy gets his piece of chicken. And it doesn't matter if it sits there in the fridge for 3 days. You do not touch Daddy's piece of chicken.
Well, that's why he bought an entire bucket just for himself. The other bucket's for his kids.
I would be ordering double orders and eating mine in the car on the way home. And then you stop at a Lowe's, right? And you throw it in the trash can that's right next to the cart collector so that nobody knows. And then you eat more of your kids' chicken once you get home.
You know what? That's a good strategy. I like it.
Eat
I
all the
spend a
chicken.
lot of money at Wawa, brother. You don't understand this? Like, I have a system.
All right, here's another one from Devo.
On the topic of KFC, one of the saddest things that happened with KFC is they no longer sell gizzards. About 2-3
That
years
is not
ago, they stopped
sad.
selling
What's
them.
wrong
At least
with
here,
you?
I haven't been able to find it. There is a local chain that sells them, and I go in there and I get my gizzards. And I know people think I'm crazy. Man, gizzards are the best. Now, my brother, he likes chicken livers. Not my thing. I'll leave them for him. Man, chicken gizzards. Fried chicken gizzards. Just the best.
It's the same. Oh,
Okay, so here's the thing. Our grandparents used to eat this stuff
we're not
because
the
they were
poors.
poor.
Yeah.
They were poor. It was either eat the dirt or eat chicken gizzards and chicken feet. We don't have to do that no more. You could pay $1 extra to get the the part that's connected to the gizzard, the chicken breasts. Like you could those taste better, brother. Believe me.
I feel like this is an abuse situation. Like he's been abused so long by his
He's a
kids that
masochist.
he thinks that the leftover little bones they throw to him is actually good, and he misses that part of it.
Well, you're not supposed to give those to the dad because they can actually splinter and get caught in the system, and then it will rip it all up. Then you can't give your dad chicken bones no more.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
All
Nothing,
right.
Joe? Okay. I mean, yeah, like Joe didn't hold.
I've never been a big fan of gizzard or liver.
Of the pieces you throw away. Well, that's not true because I eat scrapple, so I can't even talk.
Whoa!
Scrapple is delicious.
No.
Despite me at Dragon Con.
No.
I've had scrapple. It's okay.
Oh no, it's awful. I understand, Joe. You don't have to defend it. There is nothing to defend. It is a sloppy brick of gross, and I'm here for all of it.
Ramen noodles.
It's breakfast spam.
Are healthier than that, and
No.
The
Spam is a lot
fallout of the
better.
stock market Dust Bowl pours anymore.
I don't care.
My dad used to love having scrapple with over easy eggs and
It's greatest.
mix it all up. throw
And
it on
how's that
toast.
working for him now, Joe? How's that working for him now?
He's dead.
Exactly.
My dad
Don't eat scrapple.
my dad also ate scrapple and scrambled eggs and put it all together.
And now he's dead.
God damn it, Big Scrapple's after us.
Big scrapple. Wow.
What if my
How
dad's
about the
just
next
Scrapple?
one?
There's so many of our
Scrapple is humans.
there's so many of our listeners that are like, what the heck is scrapple?
Oh, ask your grandparents.
I've literally never found it outside of Pennsylvania. So
No, you can't. Joe, I live 10 minutes from the Maryland borderline, and you can't even get it down there. So
yeah, my brother, he's a couple of times for his birthday, his wife has shipped it out on a refrigerated truck for him.
refrigerated, just put it through UPS.
This look at Phil has that says underground scrapple dealer all day long. All day.
First base is free.
He's got your fix for you.
Do we have another horrible voice?
We still have two more speak pipes.
All right.
I'm rolling the trash can out. It is so hot. We've had such nice weather, and then suddenly it's 100, 35 Celsius. It's just, ugh. And
Down he goes.
and horse flies are out. Language. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm running. Have a good Dragon Con.
So
He's running from horse flies.
I mean, he sets up every voicemail as like a dad joke is coming.
What? And it never pays off.
But like, it's not a dad joke, so there is no payoff.
It's exactly like the Lord of the Rings. There's just no payoff.
Like,
All
all right, let's get this done. I'm done. Let's go. Come on, roll
And
through
I was
these.
gonna say it's like Phil's dad. There's no child support. I mean payoff.
No child support. There's no
Drop your
child
jokes
support
before
either.
you say them, Joe. Also, you're in the same boat that I am.
We still have 2 more segments to go. Hit the button.
All right, we got another one from Devo.
I guess I'm not going to bed before I get
Listen
on
to you guys
plane.
talk about asking your wives to marry you. Mine was we went out to a casino that had a really nice restaurant that we had been recommended, and I took my wife. It was after work, kind of a little tired, but we dressed up, went out. It was raining really hard. The food ended up not being that great. Service was kind of slow, wasn't that great. So it wasn't a great event. And I had in my pocket the ring. And I wasn't sure exactly when. And so my wife is about a year, I think we're almost a year and a half, maybe 2. And so she starts dropping hints like, so where are we going with this stuff? And I'm like, and I just sort of played it off. And I didn't want to ask her in the restaurant. So we settle up, walk
Went to the
out
alley
until
out
my
back.
wife's agitated. She's not got the answer she's looking for.
raining like mad. Get in the car, and she gets in. She gets in real huffy, and I reach and I open up the ring and I ask her, "Will you marry me?" And she said, "Joe, are you serious?" I'm like, "Yes, I am serious." And she was very happy. And she's like, "Oh my God, I didn't know when this was ever going to happen. I thought this is going to happen. I'm going to have to, get out of this relationship because, you won't do anything." So, yeah.
See what can happen? See what can happen. Pee or get off the pot, as Dolly Parton said. Is that the last one?
Yes, that is the last speak pipe.
All right.